Playing as survivor sucks. It's more fun to play with those juicy tits of your mom than to play survivor.
Hello, son. Do you want to play with my titties?
Yes, mom.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Don't get me wrong, Dead by Daylight is a very awesome game. So far I've spent 3000 hours on this game and I'm planning to spend 3000 more. And it's awesome that there's a game which lets you choose the role you want to play. Especially for beginners, this game has a bunch of content and it's amazing. But in this video I want to talk about it as a veteran of Dead by Daylight, and I think that the thing that I will talk about in this video is a big problem for most of you who have played Dead by Daylight for like thousands of hours. I will tell you one reason which made me quit Dead by Daylight during the last winter event, so let's talk about it. But before that, smack that subscribe button or I will smack your mom's butt. Also, make sure to join my Discord server because over there we talk a lot about vaginal penetration and sometimes we all masturbate together. So if you are interested, the link is in the description. So from the first glance, Dead by Daylight seems like a very unique game. After all, this game is the king of its genre. It had some competition, but all of that competition is dead now. All of these games that you see right now on your screen, at this point they are pretty much dead. But not Dead by Daylight. Oh my god, this game is far from dying. I mean, a horror movie based on this video game is coming out soon. And even Netflix has agreed to collaborate with Dead by Daylight. But all of this success did not come out of a thin air. I mean, Dead by Daylight is almost an 8-year-old game and it took quite some time for this game to get 60 million players, and I'm not kidding. Dead by Daylight has 60 million players. Now of course you need to count the fact that some people have multiple accounts, but this game is more popular than my OnlyFans account. And as I said, it's been 8 years. In those 8 years we got a lot of content, a bunch of new chapters, new killers, new maps, new survivors and new perks. That was enough time for Dead by Daylight to get a bunch of loyal fans that are veterans of this game now. And you might think that I got a lot of hours on Dead by Daylight. I've been playing this game for 3000 hours, but that is nothing compared to most of my friends with like 9000 hours in this game. I mean, the only game I've played for like 9000 hours is Beating My Meat. I still play that game. But here comes a problem. For all of these years, Dead by Daylight has had only one game mode. You can either play as the killer or as a survivor. It's the same game mode and that's it. If you're a killer main or if you play both roles, that's good for you because this game has a bunch of variety in terms of different killers. But you see, not everybody likes to play killer, and there are literal survivor mains. I remember the day when Dead by Daylight developers had fucked up something with the MMR system and it was incredibly sweaty to play as the killer. Nobody liked to play killer, so everybody was basically a survivor main. And can you imagine playing as survivor for thousands of hours? This is where the problem comes. I mean, as a survivor you only got to do one repetitive objective. You have to repair generators and escape the exit gates, and then you need to repeat and repeat the same process over and over again. When you are a beginner, it's not a problem because you are learning different techniques, you're learning about different builds, etc, etc. For beginners, it's kind of a horror game. You can never know who you will face next. You don't even know the killer powers, and it's incredibly fun to get chased around and, you know, experiment with different perks and discover new stuff. Honestly, I wish I was a beginner because it would make it so much more fun to play Dead by Daylight, but for veterans, you basically repeat the same shit all over and over again until you find a new perk build, and that kind of makes the game refreshing because other than different perk builds, for survivor mains, Dead by Daylight is kind of boring. And keep in mind that not everybody has friends to play with. There are a lot of solo survivors. Those players, ironically, they are the most toxic ones, but I've been a solo survivor player for thousands of hours And I guess I'm a happy person because I'm an introverted man who prefers to play alone rather than with my friends. So I got used to that, and you know, I found fun in playing solo survivor until now, because now I'm getting bored of this same game mode, I'm getting sick of it. But one thing that kind of keeps me playing Dead by Daylight as Survivor is that it is pretty relaxing to play Survivor most of the time, believe it or no. I mean, for beginners it is very stressful because, oh, what do we do? What do we do? How do we escape the killer? I mean, I don't give a fuck right now. I'm just failing every single game, I'm laughing, I'm having fun. There used to be days when I used to get extremely frustrated. I used to like swear and curse at God for losing games. It was crazy back in the day. But now I just don't give a fuck about Dead by Daylight. It's a video game. I've spent thousands of hours in this game, and honestly, I still love this game, but I'm just too used to this game. So as a content creator for Dead by Daylight, I get to stream this game. And yes, I stream on YouTube. When I stream, it's usually a Saturday, so make sure to check me out. Tap that notification button not to miss on my streams. But when I stream, that's when I play this game on basically a relax mode. I talk to my viewers, and I'm not even thinking about the outcome of the game. If I lose the game, whatever. If I win the game, whatever. That won't make me any happier. I enjoy talking to people and chilling while playing Survivor. On the other hand, Killer is a little bit stressful because it feels more competitive to play as a killer, and honestly, every single killer is different, unique. You can literally find a killer you enjoy and try to master that killer. There's a bunch to achieve as like for killer mains. And I honestly started to love playing killer recently. Compared to survivors, like doing the same repetitive objective over and over again, killer gameplay is a little bit more varied. It has more variety, especially with Checky being the first third-person perspective killer. He is much different from the other killers, so there's a bunch of stuff to learn. But as I mentioned before, not everybody is into playing killers. And I will agree with one thing. There is a part of survivor gameplay that is fun, and it's definitely not gen rushing and repairing generators. The fun part is chases. I mean, chase compilations is what got this game popular on YouTube in the first place. People are still googling Dead by Daylight most fun chases, etc, etc, and it's really fun to get chased in practice and learn that, you know, try to escape the killer. There are even 1v1 competitions. Sometimes I'm 1v1ing my friend who will outlast who. I'm trying to escape my friend and then he tries to escape me. Chases, they are fun in this game, but what we need is we need something new. We need a new game mode to keep all of us veterans refreshed, because some of us do not want to play killer. And lucky me and lucky you, I believe that the new game modes are coming probably in 2024, because developers, they had released a survey and they asked people which game modes would we like to see in Dead by Daylight. I think that new game modes will come as a limited time game modes, and they will switch those game modes, you know. One day we will be able to play 2v8, another day we will be able to play prop hunt, etc, etc, and I think that's very cool. I think that we will finally get out of this boring Dead by Daylight's loop, and we get to experience something else without hindering the unique and kind of scary beginner experience of Dead by Daylight. This game mode that we got right now should always be a part of Dead by Daylight, but I think that limited time game modes that like switch, and they always exist in Dead by Daylight, hopefully, that should be the future of this game. Dead by Daylight is actually expanding beyond being a multiplayer game. We are getting a separate single player story game. I'm kind of interested in that game, so this game is huge. But as a Dead by Daylight fanboy, I've been waiting for a new experience from these developers for so long, and hopefully now we are getting it. I mean, DBD Mobile has prop hunt and 2v8 now, and I believe that DBD Mobile is kind of a testing ground for what's coming next into the original Dead by Daylight. So keep your finger crossed that this year is gonna be amazing for this game. Thank you for watching, comment your opinion, and I'll see you later. Subscribe for more Dead by Daylight videos. Bye.